Welcome to Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy. In today's session, we're going to be converting a percentage into a fraction and reducing it to lowest terms. In our first example, we're going to be converting the percentage 82% into a fraction and reducing it to its lowest term. Remember that whenever converting a percentage into a fraction, remember that your percentage is always out of 100. So my percentage 82% as a fraction will equal to 82/100. And now that I've changed my percentage into a fraction, I'm now going to begin reducing my fraction to its lowest term. With my numbers 82 and 100, and looking at my numbers, the only common factor that I can think these two numbers have in common is 2. So I'm going to be dividing both parts of my fraction by the number 2. And when 82 is divided by 2, this will equal to 41. And 100 divided by 2 will equal to 50. So 41/50 will be my fraction in its simplest form. So when 82% is converted into a fraction, it is equal to 41/50. Let's try another example. Feel free at this point to pause the video and convert 64% into a fraction and then reduce it to its lowest term. And once you're ready, unpause the video and work along with me to see if you got the exact same answer as I did. We're going to begin again by changing my 64% into a fraction, which will equal to 64/100. And now we're going to begin reducing our fraction into its simplest form. And 64 and 100 has a common factor in 4. So I'm going to be dividing both parts of my fraction by 4. And I want you to also remember that when reducing your fraction to its lowest term, there are times when some of us may not always see the exact same numbers that we can reduce our fraction by. For example, some of you may have seen 2. It's okay to divide by 2, remembering that even after dividing by 2, it may be a case where you will have to divide again. But again, remember that you always just need to get started. So if 2 is the common factor that you can see, begin by using 2, and then as you work through the question, you may find another common factor. But the point is to always get started and to practice. So 64 divided by 4 will equal to 16. And 100 divided by 4 will equal to 25. So we see that when we convert our percentage 64% into a fraction and reduce it to its lowest term, it's equal to 16/25. Okay, so there you have it. We just practiced in the session converting our percentages into a fraction and then reducing that fraction to its lowest form. Remember that it's always good to practice. And even if you practice and you get the question incorrect, remember that practice is still good because you learn from your mistakes and you learn how to improve on those mistakes. So remember that you can always click the link in the description box below, which will take you to a worksheet where you can practice more questions like the ones we did today. And until next time, this is Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy.